Hi, my name is Hannah Pinza. If you've been hearing about Bitcoin, cryptocurrency in general, you're not new to Bitcoin. I'll be very brief about it. What is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is a peer-to-peer electronic currency known as cryptocurrency, invented in 2008, aiming to make local and international transactions faster and better. In a simple sentence, Bitcoin is money. Money like rand, dollar, pound, euro, and all other currencies that you know. The difference is with Bitcoin, it's money that is virtual. You can't really see it. You can't really touch it, but you can buy things with it. You can get paid with it. You can save it, or you can send it into your account. Why should you be interested in Bitcoin? The growing value and the opportunity. The opportunities are limitless. There is a short window of opportunity for you to move from an employee to an investor or a business owner. I'll get that in a bit. What is so special about Bitcoin? What is so special about you? I want you to do two things. First, ask yourself, what is so special about me? And second, ask 2 or 3 of your friends what they think is special about you. They will give you different answers, different to what you think is special about yourself. The same applies to Bitcoin. Why is Bitcoin so special? Number 1, the value. Number 2, it's a currency. Number 3, it's a means to financial stability. The value. The value is never the same. The value of Bitcoin has always been appreciating. Unlike fiat currency, the rand, the dollar, the pound, the euro, if you compare the value of $1 10 years ago, is never the same. Whereas in Bitcoin, the general trend has been appreciating. Number 2, it's a currency. Remember there was a time when we used to use barter as a means to an exchange? I can bet you were not born then. And then later, we used quarry, and then gold, and then paper money. But now we're moving towards a new financial revolution, e-money. Bitcoin is e-money. You get to spend it because it has value and it's a means to an exchange. It's also accepted by big organizations like Microsoft and Amazon. Number 3, it's a means to financial stabilities. Bitcoin on itself is not a business. It's a means to business opportunities. People are finding their feet in the world today. New business opportunities are springing because of Bitcoin. If you've been hearing about Bitcoin and how people have been making money with Bitcoin, you really need to know the technology behind it. This technology is blockchain. Blockchain is a technology that drives all cryptocurrency. Because of this technology, you can trade anywhere in the world without any intermediary party. Blockchain is a decentralized, distributed, and incorruptible digital ledger that is used to record every transaction around the globe. In the past, people confused Bitcoin and blockchain. Here is the difference. Blockchain is the concept. Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies are using the concept to solve real-life problems in the world. According to a website I stumbled upon recently, the author highlighted that cryptocurrency to blockchain is what email is to internet. Not from this example, the fact that you have an email doesn't necessarily mean you have access to internet. You need internet in order for you to access your email. Simple, right? Let's proceed. So data on blockchain are very safe and incorruptible. A change to one means a change to all. First time I heard about Bitcoin and I see how the rich and the smart people are really involved in it and have put in so much money into it, I started paying really attention. I want you to look at this video by one of the richest and the smartest person in the world and see what he has to say about Bitcoin and the future of Bitcoin.
2012, I was introduced to it. I started to accumulate. 2013, I wrote an article. And
so hold on, just so we know and can feel bad about ourselves, you're accumulating it at what price?
Well, my dollar cost average is around 100 something.
And you've held it, everything you've bought?
Well, at one point, myself and, I was introduced to it by a person. I asked him if I could disclose his name. He said no. But he, myself, and another person, all 3 of us relatively well known in the Valley, we went and we started. At one point, we owned almost 5% of the entire float in 2013. We've sold, they've sold, et cetera, et cetera. I wish we had kept it all. We didn't. It's fine. But then I wrote an article and I said, you know what? There's so much asymmetric upside here. This is a thing that either goes to, at the time I said, roughly the value of gold. And at the time it was about $100 a coin. And so there's very little downside. There's all this asymmetric upside. I said, take 1% of your net worth and buy this schmuck insurance. And it's a schmuck insurance in this kind of very elegant, beautiful way.
I missed it. I missed the
$100.
schmuck insurance.
That was at $100, though. What would I actually started hearing from people that I know very well who don't often invest, who are now asking me if this is the time to invest.
Buy the schmuck insurance now.
Here's the thing. This is now a confidence game, right? There is no real utility in this. This is a fantastic, fundamental hedge and store of value against autocratic regimes and banking infrastructure that we know is corrosive to how the world needs to work properly. You cannot have central banks infinitely printing currency. You cannot have folks with, misguided and misdirected monetary and fiscal policy.
We've done okay.
You just called it a confidence game, which is a con game.
And we've done okay. The economy's built on central banks and built on fiat currencies, where you said yourself how much better life is in every respect than it's ever been, and that's with that as an infrastructure.
So we've seen the first few chapters of this, and now we have to go through this great unwind. Right, when all this liquidity now, what happens?
We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. And so all I'm saying is to have the ability to hedge that out in a way that isn't fundamentally correlated to the people and the infrastructure that made those decisions that we were not a part of fundamentally, I think is a smart thing.
But the point is, if you haven't jumped on this bus or train or whatever vehicle you want to describe it as, has it left the station?
No. So here's what I would say. The same way that I said in 2013, put 1% of your net worth into Bitcoin, I will put myself out there today. I think this thing is $100,000 a coin, probably in the next 3 to 4 years. And I think it is, in the next 20 years, $1 million a coin. So there you have it.
You're telling people to put 1% of your net worth.
At the time.
That's for.
It's a lot harder.
But that's for people who have money to play with. I mean, if you're talking to an average retail investor who's looking at this, somebody who's trying to figure out, should I put it in my 401k or should I put it in Bitcoin, you would tell them what?
Well, I don't think that's the actual trade-off. In your 401k, so for example, in your IRA,
I'm saying that there are people who have to make decisions about these things who aren't fully invested in the 401k.
So what I'm saying is I own a lot of Bitcoin in my IRA. It is possible. So I did take a small percentage and I put it in there. All I'm saying is there's a small percentage of everyone's net worth.
in the most tax-advantaged way.
Absolutely.
But you have money to play with.
No, but what I'm saying is you could buy the S&P 500 index, buy 99% of that. So if you have $100 to invest, what I'm saying is...
Put $1.
Put $1. And the reason that $1 is so valuable is that it is fundamentally not correlated to the other 99. And just on the off chance that all the people that manage the 99 may not totally know what they're doing, the $1 may actually save us all. I think you have to basically have a what if the sky falls strategy. When I mean correlation, what I'm talking about is, at the end of the day, this is a string of letters and numbers that was generated on a computer that sits in a secure wallet. It truly is, in the functional utility of the world, uncorrelated to anything. It is an idea and it is a belief system. And that may scare people.
It reflects that there's just too much money sloshing around, and people have so much money that they're looking for these sort of any opportunity in a way that they might not have 2 and 3 and 4 years ago.
I think bubbles happen when there's a scale of importance. And I think it's very unfair to look at a market that's still measured in the few tens of billions of dollars and call it A, a market to begin with, and then B, that there's a speculative bubble. Maybe that can happen from time to time at such small scale. I think what's more likely is that there's just an overwhelming number of people who literally don't even know what Bitcoin is.
Right.
And then there's a very, very small number of people who are at the periphery looky-looing, having opinions, but have never even bothered to read the definitions.
That's a good phrase.
Have never bothered to open in a wallet, have never bothered to even read the Wikipedia article, but they want to correlate it to a framework they understand because it's safe. And what I would say is, I would suspend disbelief, which is what I did in 2012. It took me 18 months to understand. And I'm reasonably technical. And so what I would say is, other people, if they took the time, may come to a very different conclusion than what is the obvious negative Nelly conclusion.
Now that you watched the first part of the video and the short clip, you're probably wondering why I changed my outfit and my hairstyle. I'm about to introduce you to the new kid on the block, MiningCity. MiningCity offers the most competitive, very profitable mining packages because of the low electricity cost, the newest machine that they use, and the committed and skillful team behind MiningCity. The mining facility is located in Kazakhstan, very secured and well protected, yet accessible to anyone to go and visit. I myself, I've been there. So just in a little bit, I'm going to show you my videos and a photograph that I took during my stay in Kazakhstan visiting the facility. MiningCity is in partnership with two third-party companies known as MineBest and BTC.com, the largest Bitcoin mining pool on blockchain. So in order to prove the third-party partnership that is between MiningCity and MiningBest and BTC.com, the largest mining pool, you can go to the website, this website, and see the partnership displayed on BTC.com, mentioning that they are the VIP partner of MiningBest being the VIP partner, MiningCity being the VIP partner of BTC.com. And you can also prove the partnership between MineBest and MiningCity by going to MineBest website and see the partnership that's formed. So MineBest is in charge of running the Bitcoin mining machines, running the facility, paying electricity, outsourcing the cheapest electricity, the cheapest land space, and the supply chain. Everything that's to do with Bitcoin mining, they're in charge of it. And the facility currently is located in Kazakhstan, but of course expanding. So MineBest have secured a 5 years electricity and land space in Kazakhstan for exclusive use of MiningCity clients. But let's recap. So we talked about Bitcoin in the beginning and why you should care about Bitcoin, what is so special about Bitcoin. So MiningCity becomes a solution to the people who want to mine Bitcoins currently, because Bitcoin mining is no longer profitable to mine it on your own. It was in the past. Right now, the difficulty is so high that individual mining will not make any profits if they were mining. The difficulty has gone high, the electricity cost is very expensive, and the competition is also very difficult. So the solution to people who want to mine Bitcoin, who still want to accumulate Bitcoin, will be MiningCity. MiningCity currently ranks among the top high-paying mining profitable organization. If you want to mine Bitcoin and you want to consider getting involved in a Bitcoin mining, MiningCity becomes almost the only solution I can think of. In the beginning, I was a little bit skeptical because I don't know about you, but I was for quite some long time in a position where I thought mining is no longer profitable anymore, that the difficulty is very high, mining organizations are no longer actually making profits, until I met MiningCity in partnership with MineBest, and I changed my mind. And in the beginning, I was skeptical, so I asked all sorts of questions. And most of my questions were starting from a place of not believing what they were saying. And again, like I said to you, I come from a school where mining is not profitable for the past 2 years, and I couldn't understand why they would be profitable. So we connected with the founder, asked whole lots of questions, which he was very patient to answer every single thing that we asked.
So I have a couple of questions that I collected from that usually people ask. So I would like you to answer them. So I'm going to read them one by one. So the first question is, who is MineBest? And what's your position in MineBest? And how does it come together with mining? So what's the relationship between MiningCity and MineBest?
Okay. So just to make it short, but I'm originally from Israel. I'm a technologist. I like to solve problems to people. I have products on Amazon and on TV, technology products. And I saw this opportunity 2 years ago to shift from the inventing electronic products to mining, because I saw that many people, they don't know how to do it right, and there's a lot of opportunity here. if you manage a company better, if you use better technology. So this is how I came with MineBest, and now I have a shirt of MiningCity. This is the cloud mining belongs to Greg. He's not here today. Greg is doing the marketing. He used to be the marketing manager of MineBest in 2018. Once we decided to open a cloud mining company, we thought it's going to be the best to separate it, that one person will be professional in mining and another one will do the marketing, because it's a lot of work and one person cannot do everything. It was also smart to do it in terms of legal separation. It allows MineBest to work in completely legally in every country that you want to open a mining farm and work with the governments and get the licenses for high electricity voltage and very high capacity. So again, MineBest belongs to me. My name is Ayala Granovich, and we have R&D offices in Poland, where I live today. And we have about 40 people doing R&D, software, marketing, and customer service, management, administration, purchasing. Everything is coming from Poland. Here we are sitting in Hilton, Astana, Nur Sultan, it's a new name.
And does MiningBest mine other coins or like altcoins?
We started with Ethereum in China, about 800 machines. And we think that it was not the best direction. In the last bear market in 2018, we had even to shut down the miners in China, Ethereum. So we decided to go with the most important coin, it's the Bitcoin. You have 140 years of mining, and as we say, everyone needs to share the cake of this 12.5 BTC every 10 minutes. And if you are better than 80% of the market, even if it will be another bear market, even if the network will grow, as long as you have cheaper electricity than others, you use the most advanced technologies of miners, you will always stay in the game, even when others will have to shut down the miners. So this is why we say mine best, to really be like mine last. And everyone that will mine with us probably will stay the last. The strong survive, how we say.
And does MiningCity have a third-party verification of the mining performance and on the information currently?
In terms of, so right now the miners are connected to BTC.com. You can see if you go to BTC.com that MiningCity is a partner. There is a certification. In terms of to see all the terahash every 24 hours, there is no interface that BTC.com gives us, just to go inside to see all the parameters of the passwords and everything. So we will provide this, but of course after October, when the arrangement with BTC.com is that they will immediately shift all the hash power to a private pool. They have the technology already, they have the software, they just need to configure their system.
And then we took the research further, and myself personally, together with my other friend, went to Kazakhstan to actually see the facility. And what really surprised me is the founder of the company, MineBest, the one that's in charge of running the mining facility, setting up a mining facility, buying the machines, outsourcing the electricity, the land, and everything that goes with mining. Eyal himself actually waited for us in Kazakhstan, and he was personally showing us the MiningCity facility, explained everything. I was completely impressed with the transparency, with the honesty, with the simplicity of everything. I've never seen anything like that. I mean, I was completely surprised. And I met the staff of the company, that I got to interview them in person also and learn more about the company, the future, the vision. And one of the most exciting parts for me about MiningCity, together with MineBest, is the vision. And of course, the opportunity to collect Bitcoin on a daily basis and become very profitable in Bitcoin is another huge advantage. And you know why? Because I could help a lot of people with this. I could help people whether they want to do marketing or they don't want to do marketing. They just want to mine and receive a decent return on their mining. I could help people. So that to me was the most important part. So now let me introduce you how you actually get involved in MiningCity. What do you really need to do? So basically, when you get involved in a MiningCity, you need to buy a package, okay? And they made it possible for people who have, as little as possible, like $500 to anybody that is huge investor and a big investor. So the smallest package that you have is 500 USD. So this would be the package that you have. You can buy the 500, the 1,000, the 2,000, or the 3,500 package, which includes all of them in one. Let's say you buy the $500 package. What do you get? By the way, they actually don't charge you $99 or any amount for the website. They're only charging you for the package that you pay, which starts from $500, and that's it. So when you buy a $500 package, you get 5 terahash power. Remember, it's a cloud mining, so you're buying the power. So you know exactly when you pay your money, what are you getting in return? What are you buying exactly? So that's the difference between pool mining and this one. With pool mining, you have to trust the company that you're investing, that they're actually increasing power, and that's going to be based on trust, mostly. Here, you're paying this amount of money, you're getting this for the money that you paid. For instance, in a standard share, you get 5 terahash, and it tells you how much electricity you pay, and you have a contract of 1,100 days. How long is that? 3 years, right? So you earn for 3 years every single day a fraction of Bitcoin mined with MineBest. So if you do the calculation, if you click here, you will be able to see how much is the return today in the standard pool. Obviously, there isn't any fixed return on investment. Everything changes according to the difficulty and whole lots of other parameters. However, you will be able to predict what could be your earnings today for the package that you buy. That to me is very exciting because I get to know exactly what I can earn today for the money that I have invested. So it will be the same thing if you buy into the 2000. You can easily click here, the calculator will be able to give you the estimate of what you could be earning. So at today's rates, if you do the calculation, you kind of break even in about a year, your return on investment. So then after, you have another 2 years to just simply collect your Bitcoins and the profit. And that is the one, for me, is very exciting. And, you earn every single day, like I said. And you start 10 days after you purchase your pool. So you have a 10 days waiting period right after you buy. And that's basically what it is. You buy your share, depending on which package you can afford, wait for 10 days, receive Bitcoins every single day, profitable Bitcoins every single day for the next 3 years. A lot of people ask me this question. So what happens after 3 years? If I want to earn for more than 3 years, and you bought a package, you want to earn more than 3 years, we have this principle called repurchase or compounding. So what you do on a daily basis is you invest a percentage of your income by putting back into MiningCity so they can reinvest for you and buy you additional share within that particular share. That allows you to buy more contract days that extends the amount of days that you could mine with MiningCity. And exciting, isn't it? I am truly excited about this. So basically that's what it is. Now, some people say, okay, so this sounds really exciting. I mean, there's nothing literally I do. I earn money passively for the money that I've invested, depending on the package I bought, and I do nothing. And my answer is yes, you do nothing. You bought your share, MineBest and MiningCity does the work for you, and you really do nothing. But there are some people who say like, but what if I'm interested in teaching this to other people? What if I'm interested in doing marketing for MiningCity and MineBest and earn commission? Is there a way to make additional money? And the answer is yes, and a very big yes, in fact. I personally do that as a business, as a full-time business. So I know there is huge amount of money to be made, but there is obviously work and time required in order to that happen. So if you do that, you can make additional money. So I'm not going to explain to you on how you can make money from that, but my next video will be able to explain to you if you do marketing and promotion for MiningCity and MineBest and dedicated a portion of your time on a daily basis or on a weekly basis and do marketing and promotion, what can you earn? What is the potential income in that space? I'll explain on the next video. So in conclusion, I want to leave you with the Chinese proverbs. The best time to plant a tree, you guessed it, was 20 years ago. And the best time would be now. The best time to get involved in Bitcoin, whether it's mining, accepting it, trading it, or holding on to it, would be 10 years ago. That was in 2008 when Bitcoin launched. The next time is right now. I'll see you in the next video. My name is Hannah Pinza. Thank you so much.